Hey everybody, welcome to the Art of Relationship show. Another episode and doing a follow-up to last week's show about cheating, okay? And this one, I get bashed often about blaming the victim. It's not about blaming the victim, not at all. It's about further insights about, how maybe affairs talk about how they manifest, what creates them. Again, just to be clear, never justifying, never condoning affairs. Not at all, okay? So we're going to talk about these aspects right after this, the intro video, okay? So don't go anywhere. We're going to keep the discussion about cheating going. There we go. Welcome back, everybody, to the Art of Relationship show. Going to be another, hopefully, interesting episode on cheating, a follow-up to cheating myths, okay? It's mostly what I work with in the office. And for those that do not know, I'm your host, Greg Dudzinski. I'm a fully licensed professional counselor, relationship, and sex specialist. As of next week, it'll be 23 years I've been doing this. And I do have a lot of excuse me, a lot of grief, a lot of trauma experience with kids, teens, yes, women, rape survivors, and I'm a man, very humbled, okay? So, as always, join in down below with the comments, okay? Throw your opinions, throw your comments down there, and I'll do the best I can to answer them to the best of my ability. And a disclosure, this does not replace the actual professional counseling that I do in my office or telehealth, because let's face it, there's no consent form signed, there's no guarantee of privacy, that type of situation. Okay, Stephanie, Matthew, I appreciate everybody tuning in, okay? Now, a lot of people will look at and they will bash me, let's be real, okay? Oh, you blame the victim. I never blame the victim when it comes to cheating. I look at responsibilities in each other's roles. And that's why I said a lot of people that have gotten cheated on, I've been there years ago too, okay? I got cheated on. So I think a lot of people may have, and I never condone, I never justify cheating. So let's get that very clear. And I mention that, every time cheating's brought up, affairs are brought up. But I look at our role in cheating. What did I do to make my maybe past partner, what did I make her that would want to cheat, right? Part of it was maybe I was too busy, didn't pay that much of attention, those type of situations, and she might have felt lonely, not important, not a priority. Again, that does not give anyone the right to cheat. But I'm asking you, do you put your ego, do you put your pride away and look at, what am I doing? What did I do to cause my partner to want to cheat on me? Or we could bring it up, want an affair on me, maybe, want a divorce. We could go all over the place with this, okay? So that's where I look at, people will look at no bash, especially when they got cheated on. Oh, you're blaming the victim. It is no one's fault. And I know on the thumbnail I put, who's to blame, right? Now, we have to look at scenarios and look at understanding about, number one, I always ask, what causes somebody to cheat? And I talked about this before last week when I talked about myths about cheating, right? Remember, oh, no one would cheat on you if they really loved you. That's a myth, okay? But different context this week. So looking at, do you look at cheating affairs, they shatter. Let's be real. They rip hearts out. They, rip each other's souls out. It's not easy. And yes, like I mentioned, just as many women cheat as men. It's a very small percentage differential now. Okay, it's not like it used to be in the 50s, 60s, that type of situations, okay? So that's where I want people, oh, also, real quick, make sure it doesn't have to deal with cheating or the topic. Any questions I can help, join in below, join the chat, whatever I can do to help. And then, like I said, doesn't have to be dealing with cheating. It could be whatever, right? Dealing with love, relationships, dating, marriage, sex too. So join in the chat down below and I'll do the best I can to answer them. Hey, Amanda, what's happening? So, and also share. I want to bring as many people out there as possible into the discussion. And let's face it, I'm sure this episode will piss a lot of people off. Let's be real, okay? So, when it comes to cheating, Beauty Boss Bay, hey, I appreciate you tuning in too. Georgie, what's happening? Dr. Carey, what's happening? I appreciate everybody tuning in. Like I said, throw your comments down below. So, number one, I look at, people will bash me for stating, oh, you're blaming the victim. You're saying it's it's the victim's fault that they got cheated on. And I'm like, no, it doesn't justify or condone people. As people know, I always promote what we feel matters. It matters. What we do with what we feel, if we're pissed off, hurt, angry, not feeling loved, not feeling desired, what we do with that, that's on us, right? It's about accountability and responsibility. But it also comes into cheating as well. Looking at, is it based on, did I do something to make my person, my love, want to cheat on me, want to leave on me? But a lot of people will never, ever look in the mirror and look at, it doesn't matter what I did. And I have couples that have, they haven't been intimate, no sex for 4 years, 5 years. And one of them will state, I don't ever want to have sex again. I don't want to have sex with you again. But you better not cheat on me. True story, people. And you're looking at, what? And you know what? They're supposed to stay married, never cheat, and go without sex the rest of their life. Now, a lot of people will look at, and I'm going to get rid of this right away as well, a lot of people will, why don't you just get divorced? Why don't you just break up instead of cheat? Great question. Awesome, right? Happens often. Now, if one person is not feeling loved, not feeling desired, not feeling connected to their partner, and, they talk about it, nothing changes, nothing tries to heal, they don't get help. The one partner doesn't want to get help. So, and then the one partner not feeling loved, desired, all that, okay, let's play it out. They get divorced. Then that person we'll say it's a male, identified as a male, man, a father. Now, they're not feeling loved, they're not feeling desired, important, a priority in the marriage relationship, and it goes on for a long time, for years, okay? So they get divorced, now they're paying maybe spousal support, alimony, child support, you get me? So, and now they don't get to see their kids on an everyday basis. Is that fair? So now we look at, that's why I bring about reality, and a lot of people, it shouldn't matter. They should just leave. It's not that easy, people. I tell people all the time, I'm a realist. I don't blame victims. I told you, I have a lot of experience helping trauma, rape survivors, sexual abuse, domestic violence, kids that have been pimped out by mom. I could go on and on, okay? It's not about that now, but I'm looking at accountability and responsibility. And that's where a lot of people will look at and they'll try to justify, again, that doesn't mean, well, I didn't feel love. That gave me the right to cheat. No, it doesn't give you a right to cheat on you. It gives you, do you talk about it? Do you bring awareness to it? Excuse me. Are you able to discuss it and tell your partner, again, not yelling, screaming, but to be able to speak from the hurt and the pain. Hey, you know what? What can I do that you desire me? I don't feel loved by you. I don't feel like a priority. And then your partner goes, well, too bad. That's how it is. We have kids now. You shouldn't care about being a priority. I'm like, what? Huh? Then why are you in a relationship? Why are you married? So a lot of people will play the victim role. Let's be real. They'll play poor me without taking accountability. And again, I tell people I understand that, where a lot of people will look at and they'll justify and they'll tell me, oh, Greg, you blame the victim. I'm not blaming the victim. I'm looking at accountability and responsibility, okay? It's just like somebody might want a divorce and then, oh my God, I can't believe she wants to divorce me. She wants to, get away from me. She wants to break up with me. And I'm going to ask why. I get it. It hurts. It's devastating. I'm going to connect with the pain, the hurt. Hey, Wendy, what's happening? What's going on? Bernard, what's happening? I appreciate it. Oscar, what's happening? Again, join in the live chat down below, people. Throw your questions, your comments out there. So, going back to the situation is, looking at that, they don't want to look at why their partner wants to leave, wants to get a divorce, or maybe wants to, or, even cheating, right? A lot of times we don't feel a certain way. For a long time, someone chirps in our ear, right? And there are times it's all about ego, pride, selfishness. We all know that. A lot of times when a person is not feeling attentive, not feeling their partner is present, not feeling loved, desired, all those facets, right? And it builds up for a while, and then someone makes us feel good. It's almost a human condition to want to feel, crave, loved, those type of situations. And again, everybody's different. So, I'm going to connect with the pain. It shatters. It sucks that your partner wants a divorce, wants to leave you, wants to break up. It's horrific. Your partner cheated on you. It is. Let's be real. It's horrific. And then we can work on that and then look at, what? Do you know what made or why your partner, why your person wanted a divorce? Why they want to break up with you? What was going on? Well, you know what? I didn't think it was that bad, but they told me they didn't feel loved. They didn't feel important. Everything else was a priority other than them. You get me? I should have listened. I should have listened. This is about accountability in looking at, not blaming. I know my thumbnail said, who's to blame? Not about blaming. It's about looking at your accountability and responsibility. What are you doing to check in with your person? That they feel loved, they feel important, they feel special. Again, nothing's perfect, right? It can't be 24/7. No. I tell people I'm a realist, as always, right? So that's where I look at, when your partner cheated on you, again, it's horrific. My heart goes out to you for real. And then I'm looking at, is this all about them, their ego, their pride, that type of situation? Or, what was your partner feeling? Did you ever ask? Do they feel loved? Did they tell you? And a lot of times, a partner, men, women, doesn't matter, right? That they will tell their partner, hey, I don't feel loved. I don't feel important. That's why communication is huge. And the other one, oh, well, too bad. You have to deal with it. And then they're the ones that will play the victim and say, oh my God, I can't believe my husband, boyfriend cheated on me. My wife, girlfriend cheated on me. What an asshole. What this? It's horrific. It's shattering. I get this. But we have to go deeper. And I want to prevent cheating. I want to prevent affairs. That's what I want to do, okay? Bethany, what's happening? I appreciate you tuning in as well. But a lot of people will not take responsibility. And let's face it, it's human nature, right? That a lot of people want to deflect. They want to redirect. They want to throw all responsibility, when it's bad, off of them and blame somebody else, okay? I get that. However, I'm about responsibility and looking at, hey, what can you do? What were you doing to maybe not show your partner you love them, cared about them, that they were also a priority? And I tell people, right, I get it. Life, kids, work, bills, keeping a house up, grass in the summer, right? Unless you live somewhere year round. It's hard. Maintenance on cars. Real life is not easy. I get that. But again, I ask people all the time, why are you married? Why do you want to be married? Is it just for someone to take care of you, just for someone to give you kids and then stay in the background. You know what? Most people don't want that. Some are okay with that. So that's where I want people to understand and get away from the justification and get away from the victim, display of poor me, poor me. Yes, you got a right to feel hurt, devastated. It rips. Cheating, affairs, just shatters people. Talk about shatters self-worth, self-love, all those situations, right? We can be very critical of ourselves, and then when one person cheats on us, but we also have to look in the mirror after part of healing. Man, what did I do to cause them to want to cheat? Why would they want to cheat on me? Why would they want to leave me? And a lot of people will they don't want to look at, it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what they felt like. They should have just divorced. They should have just broke. And I talked about this, right? I get it. So, they're supposed to not see their kids on a regular basis. They have to pay child support, maybe alimony, spousal support. So the reality is you want them to do all this, even though they don't feel loved, desired, respected, appreciated, a priority. And this goes for men or women. It's not a man versus woman, not at all. It's both, okay? So a lot of people will look at, they won't, so what? That's their responsibility. Well, what's your responsibility? I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to look at what my responsibility, what I did to cause it. That's immature, and that is selfish when you're putting the blame all on somebody else. Again, what we feel matters. What we think matters. What we do with that doesn't justify our actions, right? I told you, I never justify or condone cheating or affairs. I look at what caused them, what got that person up into that situation, and, what can we do to heal it? And you want somebody that will never cheat on you, never leave you, but is okay feeling not loved, feeling miserable, feeling not appreciated, not a priority in a relationship or marriage, and you want them to be okay, stay with you no matter how they feel. That's selfish. And I'm honest, okay? So a lot of people will not look in the mirror. Like I said, a lot of people, I put this in the comment section when I posted about today, a lot of people are going to be pissed. They're going to be hurt. I understand that. But I'm here to help. I'm here to try to help people understand, what's going on. And also both people's responsibility in a relationship, in a marriage situation, living together, doesn't matter, okay? So a lot of people will look at, they don't want to take responsibility. They love playing victim roles. A lot of people do, right? Look at, I'll bash, soccer players, professional soccer players, right? They play like they got hurt. They're great actors, actresses, right? Oh, I got hurt. And they didn't even get touched, right? So a lot of people love playing the victim role and playing poor me and getting all the attention. And like I said, getting cheated on, I told you, I've been there before, okay? It shatters. It rips our self-worth apart if we allow it. But we can also learn, hey, you know what? It rips. It's horrific. My heart got ripped apart. My soul got ripped out. But damn, you know what? I get why she might want to cheat on me. Doesn't condone it. Man, I get that. You know what? I get she wasn't feeling important, a priority. Maybe I was selfish. Maybe everything was about me. Maybe it wasn't about her, or maybe it wasn't about him. You get me? Maybe I didn't feel love. Maybe I didn't feel connected, okay? So that's where I look at the situations about when it comes into, who's to blame. And I tell people all the time, clients on my episodes, right, that I get rid of right and wrong. Yeah, cheating's wrong. Let's be real. But is it also wrong that your partner doesn't feel loved, important, appreciated, desired, Is that also wrong? Okay. Is it wrong for you to want them to feel those things and not do anything or go anywhere? Again, that's selfish. Okay. I tell people I can be blunt. I'm honest and I'm a realist, but a lot of people in this field will bash the person completely for cheating. Again, it's horrific, not excused, okay? But they will bash, but they will not hold the other people accountable. They'll blow smoke up their butt, and they're wondering why counseling doesn't work, because what they do, they're holding a judgmental, a biased stance when it comes to cheating, when it comes to affairs, right? And that's wrong, it's unethical, and it's unprofessional, my stance, okay? So that's why I bring up the situation, and even before, I don't want cheating. I don't want affairs. I don't want people getting divorced, breaking up, right? Unless it's, let's be real, a horrific abusive situation. But also, I don't want people to be miserable and being in a situation where they don't feel loved, appreciated, desired, important. Why would you want to be there? Again, that doesn't mean it's all about you. No, it's reciprocation, right? It's total responsibility on both people. To some people, they don't feel loved, they don't feel whatever, and they felt this way for years, and then they cheated on their husband, their wife, boyfriend, whatever, okay? And then their partner is looking at, I never knew you felt that way. So that's, again, responsibility. Not only did you cheat, never condone, I get you feeling not loved, all that stuff, right? I get you. However, you didn't even bring it up to your partner. You've been feeling a certain way for not a day, a week, maybe you've been feeling a certain way for months, years, and you didn't talk to your partner about it. You didn't mention you didn't feel loved, you didn't feel important, and then you cheat. So that's a double whammy, right? That's where I look at responsibility. Now, are you talking to your partner? Are you bringing it up? I don't feel this way. And if they don't change, right, it's horrific. It's not easy. A lot of people look, just get divorced, right? Just break up. When you have kids involved, and like I said, finances, not seeing your kids on an everyday. Many, many years ago, oh my God, my daughter she'll be 32. Sorry, Shay, for bringing your age up. She'll be 32 the end of November, so I'm old, right? She was a year and a half when her mom and I split, and, I get it. My responsibility, I was immature, maybe a little selfish. I didn't feel loved. I didn't feel appreciated, whatever. I don't think she did either. So, and went sideways. So, again, I look at my responsibility. I look at what I've done to cause stuff, and I want to fix it if possible, okay? But a lot of people will not do that. They will sit there and look at, I've been, this way, and my partner still cheated on me. Now we look at, I showed him or her they were important, a priority, desired, all this stuff, and they still cheat. Then you're looking at, is it about ego and pride? Like I talked about myths last week, right, about cheating. Now is it all about them being selfish? They feel loved, desired, and they still cheat. Now you're looking at what's going on. Is it an individual thing? Are they willing to earn trust back? Well, trust's got to be earned back regardless. But also, why would you cheat on your partner like that, right? If they made you feel loved, desired, all those things. What was going on with you individually? And you need to do the work to earn that trust back, right? Most situations might not be like that. There are a lot, but most of them aren't. Oh, real quick, check out my website. Sorry, self-promoting here. theartofrelationships.org. It's in the banner down below too. Check that out. If you can, please follow me all over TikTok, Instagram, YouTube. All my episode videos should be on YouTube at LoveGuruGreg. And that's in the banner too. You check it out. I'd appreciate it. Follow me, like me, all over the place. Okay. So Where are the comments at, people? People are either shy. Oh, camera went out of focus a little bit. My fault. So people might be a little, I want to hear your comments. Maybe you think I'm full of shit. Maybe you think I don't know what I'm talking about. I've been doing this, like I said, for 23 years next week. So I look at the ins and outs. I look at, the empirical, validated professional research, right? I look at working with couples for this long. I look at those situations, what might cause affairs, what leads up to them. Never justified, never condoned. Hey, Cyclone, I appreciate you, man. Appreciate it. You're a good dude, Greg. I try to be. I'm not perfect. Not at all, man. But I appreciate warm words, man. I appreciate it. So that's where I look at, trying to help people. That's my passion. I want to help heal broken hearts. I want to help heal affairs, cheating, trauma. I don't want people to have trauma hold power over them any longer. I make it sound easy. It isn't. But with my guidance and with my insight, it's not just pulled out of thin air. It's based on, research, based on many, many years of professional experience working with couples and trying to help and trying to understand. And a lot of people, they're not brave enough to, look at themselves. Maybe it's ego. Maybe it's pride. Maybe it's a lack of confidence that they lack the ability to look at their responsibility and what they do to cause problems, especially if their partner wants to leave, divorce, if they, cheat. Again, not condoned, not justified, okay? So these are things I want people to look at and to, study and research and, hey, are you even asking your partner, hey, you know what, are you feeling loved? People talk about doing a checkup. I call it a nightly and a weekly ritual. I did an episode on that all in itself a while ago, a few months back. Check it out again on YouTube at LoveGuruGreg, okay? Hey, Eric, what's happening? So this is where, you're able to look at, are you doing a check-in? So maybe this stuff doesn't happen, right? Divorce, cheating. A weekly check-in. It could take 5 minutes. Are you feeling loved? Hey, is there anything I can do to make you feel more important, a priority, make you feel more desired? And again, give me my way all the time. No. And right? That doesn't mean we get our way all the time. Hell no. But if we do check-ins, that's why I look at what's going on. And some people, they grow, they evolve in a different way over the years than, say, when you got together when you're early 20s or mid-20s versus when you are 40, 50. Things change, and are you able to evolve and grow together? And part of it is being able to communicate and talk about challenges and issues. But not only that, bring about the positive. Bring about what you like in your partner. Hey, I appreciate you doing this. Man, I love the way you touch me, kiss me. I love the way you take care of the house, the family. Man, I love the way, you bust your ass working for our family. Whatever it is, okay? But check in on a regular basis, I said even a weekly basis, with your partner, with each other, to see if you do feel loved, if they do feel appreciated, a priority, and what can they do about that to change so you do. And there's some people, I know it's hard. Their partner wants to know, hey, what do you need to feel more loved? What do you need to feel more special? I don't know. They don't talk. I don't know. And it's never, let me think about it, get back to you. They don't talk. So their partner's left, trial and error, shooting in the dark, if you will. They don't know what their partner needs to feel loved, maybe sexually fulfilled, to feel a priority, appreciated, because a partner's not teaching them because they're not doing the work to find out. So these are situations, they're wondering around. That's where a lot of people will look at, when, my partner cheated on me. It's horrific. It's devastating. I know that. It is. I told you. I said that throughout the episode. I've been there, right? So, but it's also looking at, why did they cheat? Oh my God, how are you blaming the victim? Nah, I'm looking at holding responsibility and accountability. Doesn't give your partner the right to cheat, but it's also looking at, what were they feeling that led that? Or maybe you don't care. Maybe you don't care what they were feeling. Maybe they brought it up and you didn't do anything about it. And then they cheat. They file for divorce. They break up. And then you're left, oh my God, calling that person names, bashing them, belittling, demeaning them. But a lot of people, family, friends, let's be real. Oh my God, poor you, pat you on the head, give you a hug, all that's great, healthy stuff, right? But also, if someone asked you, man, what did you do to cause them to break up with you? Or, what was your role? What was going on? Why would they, what made them want to cheat on you? Oh my God, you're a jerk. I can't believe you get me? Totally redirecting and taking responsibility off of you. That needs to change. And also, do a check-in, people. Please, check-in. Do a status update with each other. Even on a weekly basis would be great. If you can, every few days would be great. We get busy with work, with everything, life. But check in, right? So this stuff doesn't happen. And you have to look at, hey, what am I doing to make my partner feel, not loved, not desired, that type of situation. And again, right? I look at real life. It's not going to be 24/7. One person is fighting cancer. One person is, chronic illness, chronic pain. It's horrific. It's not easy. So what do you do in those situations, right? Are there other ways you can make your partner feel loved, feel appreciated, still feel desired? Remember, I told you, I'm a realist. I look at real life circumstances. Not everything's roses. But that still doesn't give someone the right to cheat. You get me? But now you're looking at, how do you handle those situations? And what do you do to put yourself in each other's shoes, okay? So, again, check out my website down below in the banner, theartofrelationships.org. And please follow me, like me, check out my YouTube. Every episode should be on there. Probably 600 of them at least on YouTube. At LoveGuruGreg, all over social media. And you have any questions, hit me up. DM me. Go to my website, again, theartofrelationships.org, and you can email me, get a hold of me. Any questions you have, anything I can do to help people, that's what I want to do, okay? And again, I do on my website, I do have self-help courses. Actually, Healing After an Affair is one of them. A premarital course, and also a reigniting your relationship course as well. So check them out. They're cheap. Self-help, theartofrelationships.org. And again, my heart goes out to everybody out there. Peace and love. Let's keep spreading peace and love and community togetherness out there, okay? Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.